Welcome back to adding more sessions to your profile, and I'll do that again so I can talk about each of those features. Since we have three of those features, I'll talk about each of them. So right now I'll talk about the first one, which is the core feature. This is it. We have three right here. We have the core, we have the recommended, and we have the additional. So I'm going to talk about the core. Starting from the core, this part you add education. This is your academic background. You add everything that has to do with your education. You can start from basic level to your tertiary level. So this is school. You can add your school, your degree. You can add your field of study. You can add the month you started. For instance, I can add a school and say maybe something like Osun State University. And when you check this, you'll see the Osun State University will come here. Whatever university you went to, just type it right here and you'll see that it will come up right here. And if it's not a university you went to, if it's a college of education, if it's a tech school, you can add all these here as long as it's your academic background. And you see this notify network. When you do this, you have to turn on this so that you can notify your network. So when you notify your network, any of the changes you make on this profile, which will alert your network, and this is one way to gain more visibility and more credibility to your profile. And right now I'll choose Osun State University. I'll choose degree, which is BSc. The degree is BSc. Just check for bachelor's degree and you can see Bachelor of Science. You choose Bachelor of Science. If whatever degree it is, you can easily choose it from there, and this would have your field of study. Your field of study could be anything, and right here I'll put a microbiology, and this will be a general microbiology. So I'm going to add the start date, which is November. I'm going to add November 2014, which is the start date, and the end date or when is expected is not necessarily you are a graduate yet. If a future date is your end date, you're going to input it right here. So I'll choose November 2018. It was a 4 years course, so I'll choose November 2018. Adibin is a future date. You can easily choose whatever future date is it. If it's 2030, you can easily put that, but this was 2018, which has to be a back date. And the grade, you don't need to input this, and if you want to input it, you can easily input it. Then activities and societies, you can easily input your activities and societies right here. You can input them, and for instance, maybe you joined a jet club, you can input it right here. Any of the activities you did when you were in school, you can easily put it right here. For instance, if you're the president of your department, you can put that right here. So these are things you can add here in your activities and society, but right now I'm going to leave that for now. Then your description, you have to add a description to this, just a brief description of your experience while you were in school. You can easily add it in your description, and it has 1000 character. You can use ChatGPT to create all this and have them added a description. And your skill, the main skill you add when you were in school, you can easily add them here. If let's say you add a medical microbiology school, you can easily check for that and see what it's going to bring out. So I'm going to say medical microbiology. You can easily add that skill and add other set of skills you gained while in school, and that's all about the skill. And you can add media, you can add the website of the school. You can just come to your school website like Osun State University and add whatever it is the website is. You can easily add it, and this is the website. This is Osun State University website. I'm going to copy the website right here. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to come back here to paste that, and yeah, I'll just say add link. There is add media. You can add pictures, you can add presentations, you can add documents, but I'm going to add link right here, and I'll paste the school link and I'm going to add it right here, and you can see it has Osun State University description. You can put description or leave it like that. I'll apply that, and you see that right here. When you save it, you'll see it appears in your education session. So that's how to add education to your profile, and you can add more features, more core features. So you can see it has been a while since I completed my Bachelor of Science at Osun State University, but I wanted to share this update with everyone. You can easily see it right here. It's just like you celebrating an educational milestone. These are another form of content on LinkedIn, so you can easily post that to your followers to see. You can easily do that, and we're just going to post that. You'll be able to post this and the post will be successful. Your network will be able to see what you posted, just like a content. And when you check my academic background, you see education right here. I have a current program running from 2019. I did this 2018. As you can see, this is showing right here, and you can easily delete whatever you've posted. If you don't want that, you can easily click on this and have them deleted. So you can easily click on this and say you want to delete this. So to delete education, you just delete it from here. So I'm going to delete that because I'm not adding it to my profile. There's a real experience of mine, but I'm not adding it to my profile because it has nothing to do with what I currently do. So I don't see the need to add it. I'm just going to leave that right now, and that is education. The education is left out. Then you come back to your add profile features where you get to add other things in the core features. So I'm going to go back there and click on add profile section to add more features. So come to core. After you've added education, you can see you can add position as well. You click on add position, then you get to see how to add position. You add your title in a company, you add the employment type. If you were a creative director, let's say if you're a creative director or whatever title you add in a company, you can easily add them here. And your employment type, if it's a full-time job, if it's a part-time job, if it's a self-employed job, if you're a freelancer, if you took a contract, if it was an internship, if it was an apprenticeship, if it was seasonal, you choose any of the employment type. Let's say this is full-time, and your company name, let's say your company name is Edsoft Solution Lab, you can easily say that. And let's say the location, if it doesn't have a location, you can leave it for now, and you can choose your location type. If it was on-site means a physical location, maybe where you were working as a physical location you go to, that will be on-site, and you add the location right here. When you say on-site, you add the location right here. Let's say where you work is either you stay at home or you go once in a while, that will be hybrid. That has remote and on-site. That means you have a physical location and sometimes you work from home, so you can easily add your location too as well. If it is remote, if where you work you don't need to go to, for instance, maybe you work for a client in the US, so this is remote and you're in Nigeria, or you're in another country like South Africa, you're in India, you're in any part of the world but not where your company location is, that will be remote. Then you can add location or leave it just like that. And this is excluding remote. You don't need to add location for remote. Actually, on-site and hybrid, we need location, and it's not necessary, it's not compulsory. As you can see, this asterisk part, this asterisk, any of the features you see asterisk, it means it's important. But if you don't see asterisk, this is important, this is not important, this is important, this is not important, this is not important, because they don't have asterisk. So the ones asterisk is the ones you would add. It's important for you to add something to it. So that's what you have to do right here. And if you are currently working the role, you are going to click on this or you don't. So if you are currently working it, you check this. If you are not, you leave, you uncheck it. Then you can add your start date and end date. When you click on this, the end date will be deactivated because you are still currently working on it. But if you are not currently working on it, when you uncheck this, you can add your start date and when you enter this position. Then you add your description where you talk about your experiences while working in this company as a creative director. You add your description right here, and you add your skills. Then you can add skills you gained while working this position. So then you save. That's how to add position. Then I'm going to discard that because I'm not saving that. Then you are going to click on add profile session to add other details like your services. Let's say you are a professional, you have other services you want to offer clients on LinkedIn. You can easily click on add services. Then you are going to be able to add freelance services, LinkedIn optimization, resume building. So I'm going to show you how this works later. So that's just a core feature as well. So when you check the core feature, we have add career break. So these are for professionals that maybe at a point in time you took a career break. You can easily add it to your profile as well. It's necessary. All this makes your profile robust. As you can see, this it says this can make people better colleagues, thought partners, and leaders. Share the moment that make you unique. So these are things that are particular to you. For instance, when you took a career break, you can easily add it here. For bereavement, maybe it was career transition, maybe it was caregiving, maybe it was full-time parenting, maybe it was a gap year, maybe it was a layoff, position eliminated. You can easily add all these here. Maybe it was for health and well-being, maybe it's for personal goal pursuit, maybe it's for professional development, maybe it's for relocation, maybe it's for retirement, maybe it's for travel, maybe it's for voluntary work. You can easily add that here. Let's say voluntary work, and if it has a location, you can easily add the location right here. Let's say Kaduna State, or maybe it was in the US. You can easily add anywhere it was you add this career break. You can easily add it here. And if you are currently on this career break, you click on this or you uncheck it if it was something you did in the past, and you add for every career break you've had. You can easily add right here, and you talk about the career break, then you add media just the same way I showed you the other time. You could add a link, you could add media, you could add any sort of thing to just prove what you just added, and you're going to save that. So that's how to add a career break. I'm going to discard that. Then we are going to add the last session, which is skills. Skills is very important. These are things that makes you a thought leader on LinkedIn. So you add your skills. If you have like 10 skills, you add them here. If you know how to do presentation design, you're going to add it here. Anything you can do, just add it here. This is where you add your skill, and you're going to save that. So that's how to add your core features, which is very paramount. As you can see, we've talked about the core. In the next lesson, we're going to talk about the recommended features. When you fill out these basic core features, you'll be discovered by recruiters and people you may know. So these are things that determines your connection. As you can see, it's how you connect with recruiters, how you connect with people you know, people you've worked with, people you went to the same school with. These are the core features will determine all this. I hope to see you in the next lesson. See you there.